First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 23.
Derrick Henry,
a big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
And a Buccaneer first down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows.
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Saints nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run with Hunt. He powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
The 43-yard line.
First down carry for Henry. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And it's third down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A toss right to Henry. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. To try again after the sack. Stafford airing it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Third and long, it's Stafford. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd and 5.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Number 27.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. Well, may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw for Burton, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrick Henry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing. Not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
On the play.
And that is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. He decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. K.J. Hamler. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some...
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Second and 4.
That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
They'll run for it with Henry. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Gun now on third down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. His pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brian Calhoun. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry, 31 yards. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Miles Jack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Going to get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throw left side to start the drive is complete. 3 yards the game there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. It's Bull. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll run again with Hunt. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Jarrell Casey, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
It's a gain.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. They'll try and run for it with Hamler. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
The 9-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Second down and goal. Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Braylon Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
A 15-yard loss.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
It's a big run that time by Henry. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. 20. Derrick Henry. Oh, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry, 41 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Buccaneers 41, Saints 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And my goodness, another interception. defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.